Okay. So, man, you said somebody behind cover. I'm just making this because I'm kind of bored and I have time on my hands. Way too much time, honestly. So, let's just say this is the enemy. He's like chilling there. So what you said that you're doing is you're making two wide ramps. So I'm assuming you're trying to do something like this. Right? You're like, okay, yada yada. And you said they keep shooting you down. So they're on like, they're shooting this shit down, right? So it's like, oh well, there goes your ramp, right? And then you're falling, and then you're kind of screwed. So there's, I like to play this like this. So I'll just kind of do this, and then do this, and then you can kind of peek them, or if you're further away, you can do that as well, and kind of just spam down their walls, force them, and then, sorry. So if you're further away, sorry, I keep misplacing that, and then you can kind of apply pressure like that, and then when they finally, like, when they start having to build, push a little further, get a little more up, and then you can kind of keep doing that, or you can just kind of push forward with ramps till you're above them, and kind of shoot them. That's how I like to push people in cover anyway. Alright, so the storm kind of caught me at the end of the last clip, so I'm in a different game now. So let's get back to that. So I already showed you how that. So the next thing is I don't know I don't know exactly your situation, so I'm just gonna try and cover as much as possible in a very short video. I'm gonna explain this real quick. So say you're super far away, right? And you can't just apply pressure like that because you don't want to be too high up off the ground like that little L thing I just showed you. So the best way to get closer to people, if you're trying to close the distance anyway, ramps. So just kind of like, yeah, and then you're just like, just keep moving like this. And if you can, if you end up lining up with them, just keep jumping. Just keep moving straight. You don't need to jump like I do. Just kind of do that. And then you can kind of, if you want, you can just kind of do that. You can just make one ramp if they want to shoot it down, whatever. Two ramps, two walls, apply pressure. It's kind of the many things I'll do. So yeah, that's basically just how you push people in cover. Try your best if you can get to someplace like this, like, and you're really this close and they're not shooting your stuff down. Feel free to like push forward, you know, keep the high ground. Above them. Don't ever drop down to their level unless completely necessary. Just try and keep yourself above them, no matter what. Basically, is what I'm telling you. Especially when you're pushing people. If he starts, no, okay. There's one thing, other thing. If he starts to ramp back at you, so let's just recreate this over here. Say you're like, he's like here, right? And he starts to, and you're doing this thing, right? Like you get close, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go for it. Right? You're like, okay, now I can shoot. If he starts to kind of ramp back up at you, there are two ways this can go. Because he reacted first on the building, he's probably gonna end up getting his ramps above you. So his ramps will probably end up like this. What you want to do here is you don't, there's two ways you can do this. You can either jump down, drop under, and you can shoot down both your guys' sides. And if he doesn't have that good awareness, he'll stay up there and lose sight of you. The other option is you can have the fight like that, or don't fall like me. And get here, you know, 180, ramp, wall ramp, and then you can be above him. If he's somewhat smart, he'll do this. At which point, if he is like that, whether it's here or there, or on the next ramp over, just go one more ramp, another wall, and then you should have the high ground. That's just, the rest of it, if you get into a fight like that, it's very situational, depending on how your opponent plays it. But that's just kind of like how those pushes will usually go if you're against a good player.